Yeah, this game, wow, man. Ooh, this hurts to say. This shit sucks. It sucks so much you could suck a goddamn golf ball through a garden hose. And that's tough to say because as much as I love Wolfenstein games and I love alternate history games, you almost just wish it was a part of some sort of alternate history timeline so that we could go ahead and quickly write it off and ignore it like I ignore Disney Star Wars, because that shit doesn't exist just like this. Now you can ask yourself, why do I have that opinion? And my friend, that's a very good question, but let's just start here first. I simply cannot imagine pouring sweat and tears into building a franchise around one character, BJ is who I'm referring to, and then just waking up and deciding to make the next game not be about BJ. And I say that because BJ is very obviously the focal point of Wolfenstein games, at least the run 2014 and later. Everything we do, everybody we meet, revolves around BJ. He's been to space, he's killed Hitler, he's had his head chopped off and sewn onto a new body, he's liberated the entirety of America from Nazi occupation. So much of what we know stems from our time as BJ. So it's very interesting to just deem BJ as missing in this game and to put him off to the side for now as we focus on his kids. Speaking of children, playing as the twin sisters has been a big no-no for me. I think they should have gone the God of War route, where you play as both BJ and the twins. See, it's a happy compromise. You get to introduce new characters and yet still have old favorites around to keep your typical crowd around. Instead, we get our playtime as the sisters and the sisters only. I don't really mind that, except that the writing is so comically boring and cliche. Here, let's watch them kill their first Nazi. What do you think's gonna happen? Will they remember this day forever? Are they gonna be shaken to the core as they realize they've just killed another human being? Nope. They celebrate and then throw up. And it's just so weird because they're celebrating it. I mean, the other Wolfenstein games are far darker and there's an edge to it. They display the horrors of war and the toll it could take on somebody. And yet here in Young Blood, it's like a Saturday morning cartoon. Also, I want to mention, because it's a fucking pain in the ass, whoever you pick, which twin you pick, the other half is AI. And wow, is the AI frustrating. I guess it's cool to have a companion and someone to rely on when you go down in combat, but holy shit, it sucks at just about everything else. It's really just a frantic walking liability. Thank you for walking right into the gunfire. God, this thing sucks. In other Wolfenstein games, again, 2014 and later, the story pushes the events of the game forward. It's a linear story that's being told, again, as it envelops BJ's experiences. See, Youngblood is not like that. We're told in the beginning that BJ has gone missing in Nazi Europe, and it's our job to go find him. Except that the minute we get dropped into Nazi-controlled Paris, that gets put onto the back burner. Instead, we get to run around Paris doing missions for random people a part of the resistance. Well, that's all good fun and done in good faith. What in the fuck does that have to do with anything? There's no reason to care about these missions, or people. You could say that they're little puzzle pieces that are supposed to fit together to make some overarching story, but again, we already have this overarching main plot. We're supposed to be finding BJ. Another thing that I cannot stand is that the game is hub-based, which is annoying, as every fucking mission goes like this. Run to your objective. Do your objective. Run back. And I simply can't stand that because it feels like an open world game. Some sort of janky open world at best. Which again, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind, as I've said about the twins. I'm open to new things, but again, it goes against everything we know, and it's not that good either. We're familiar with the world from BJ's perspective, not just in who he meets, but the world itself around him, where again, the story pushes that forward. But here in Youngblood, we've just done a 360, and it simply doesn't work. It's just lackluster and not good. To pour even more gasoline onto this already raging dumpster fire, they added skins. Hear that sarcastic lack of excitement in my voice? I just don't care. They also completely revamped the upgrade system. So now instead of finding these upgrades scattered around the map or unlocking them through the choices made in gameplay, we now have to earn some sort of currency. Which, sure, yeah, they're trying new things. We sometimes like new things, but it certainly has its limitations. In the older games, upgrades felt natural. You earned them by just playing the game. Want to sprint longer? Kill more enemies while sprinting. Want to get better with your shotgun? Use your shotgun. It rewarded how you played. Here in Youngblood, everything is locked behind currency. Kind of feels regressive. It's now just busy work to upgrade and evolve. The system is designed to pad gameplay and push players towards arbitrary unlocks rather than letting them grow organically through combat. In the end, as much as I have laid into it, it's still objectively a decent video game. I'm not going to act like I can make a better video game. I know I cannot. The combat is still wildly fun, the enemies are challenging and diverse, and the guns are still cool as ever. In fact, speaking of guns, there is one change they did add that I do like. You can customize the guns, and I'm not referring to the skins, but the parts of the weapons themselves. You can change out scopes and mags. So I'll go ahead and give them points for that. And also, just playing alternate history games like Wolfenstein are still fun, so I'll give them even more points for that. But you see, it's missing its very soul, so we're going to have to take points off for that. It's missing any emotional weight or grounded characters that games typically need to reel in an audience. Instead, it gives us something so unlike Wolfenstein, it's odd to even think it is one. This game just feels all over the place. It feels like they're trying out something new. They try to dip their toes into something new, and it blew up in their face. In my personal but humble opinion, I think they should have just finished Wolfenstein off as a whole at the new Colossus. Or if they decided to make another one, focus on BJ liberating Europe. Or we'll take it a step further, do BJ and Sisters gameplay. Again, happy medium. This is all just food for thought, though.